Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. When last we left off, Sharwin and sar'ken were exchanging a slightly worried look as they were presented with the final door of the final floor of the final area of the first chapter. And Crumpet was entirely indifferent, which has absolutely reminded me that what I need to do before I do this is summon a giant dire spider. Because this is a difficult fight we're coming up against. This is Desther. Desther here has an impossible rating. Desther is absolutely incensed, frantically attempting to complete his ritual. His plans are crumbling around him, and he does not look pleased. There, however, are also these things called ritual creatures. This hastily ensorcelled, I think, collection of body parts is channeling raw magical energy. Desther is doubtless conducting some sort of ritual to fortify his position. We're gonna go kill them first.
Your end draws nigh.
Now,
I will not play my part! I will not step aside! The plague will continue!
you will notice that there are a lot of monsters around. There are some ghoul lords, there are also some weak zombies. They're not particularly difficult. We do, however, need to kill these ritual creatures. They need to die on top of everything else. Because when they die, we can start dealing with everything else.
Here.
Now, there is a summoned skeletal chieftain. They are challenging in difficult rating. Desther is going after me, as you can see. And Sharwin is just immediately not dead. This is an issue. We do not want Sharwin to be knocked dead in this fight. This fight in general is just going to be very, very tough. It's just going to be very difficult. I might even transform into a bear, but not just yet. Let's see if I'd kill everything else first, like these ghoul lords.
I will not play my part!
Won't you?
I will not step aside! The plague will continue!
Are you sure it will? I mean, look, the bear there is just destroying everything. You'll notice that, actually, let's just... Oh, wow, 20 points of damage. Well done. Ah, there's the chieftain. That chieftain is just very difficult. Basically, I need to be there to deal with the chieftain when it happens. I don't want Sharwin to die at the end of this chapter. This is going to be difficult. We're going to be fighting as a fair few... Oh, also, totally forgot to summon the... No, not level 5. Totally forgot to summon the spider.
Abandon me, will they? I will not be sacrificed!
Won't you? Are you entirely sure about that? Are you entirely sure? I don't think you should be. Because that spider is killing loads of things. I need to kill these ghoul lords. I'm gonna save, like, intermittently during the fight, to be honest. It's a tricky fight. This is the final fight of Chapter 1. So it's not designed to be easy. It's designed to be challenging. Oh, he's starting to cast spells because he's being attacked.
All die!
Are you sure about that? Crumpet's not doing very well, that's for sure. He's getting badly hurt. He's getting badly hurt. So what we need to do is we need to kill these really quickly. Spider's doing great, though. You see the spider? Kicking butt. So the ritual creatures have now all been killed. They're all dead. And now we can deal with Desther. Desther has a fair few effects on him. He's immune to pretty much everything at the moment. However, being immune to pretty much everything, he's not immune to us.
We shall not be defeated!
You see there's no champion this time. Oh, he's barely injured. He has a lot of health, does Desther in this fight. But fortunately, we have surrounded him. I am beaten. There is no point in continuing to fight this fight. You will want me alive anyway. Indeed, we will. Congratulations! We have defeated the final fight of Chapter 1. But before we actually do anything with him, before we talk to him, before we interrogate him, we're going to loot. Because this place has a lot of loot. And if you go through the entire conversation with him and end it with the we're taking you back to Neverwinter, you don't get the opportunity to take any of this loot with you. And there is a fair amount of it, as you can see here in these chests. There is another sash of shimmering. There's a cloak, probably a cloak of elven kind. There is also a +1 scimitar. I don't know why they decide that +1 scimitars always need to be identified, but hey, I'll take it. So your plans, Desther, have utterly failed. There's also some alchemist's apparatus here, which will have lots of potions on it. Holy water, lesser restoration, invisibility, sorry Crumpet, out the way, dragon's blood, potion of lore, potion of fox's cunning. Using potions of lore potentially to identify items, but I've not been doing so. I could do, though. I could do. I'm quite happy, actually, that fight did not take as long as I thought it would. Only a few attempts. That's not bad. Also in here, we have a few more chests, and some bags, and some books. Not bags, sorry, bookshelves. And piles of books. We'll take the books with us. There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. What's in the chest?
Fair enough.
Something to unlock. Don't. Follow me, Crumpet. Follow. Thank you. Sharwin needs to get access to the chest, after all.
Done and done.
And in this one is a unidentified magic wand. And we're actually going to save before these two, because you never know, one of them might be a chest of death. Chests of death are no good. That's a book. And I think another Dawnstar shield. But there we go. That is all of the loot in this final area. There is nothing else to loot. We've explored all the other areas. Everything else has already been picked clean. So now the only thing we can do is go and talk to Desther. This is going to be an interesting conversation, and I imagine a very one-sided one, with me asking questions and Desther saying nothing, because Desther is not happy.
I am undone. Take your bow, friend. You have your traitor. What now, I wonder?
You shall be taken back to face judgment. Yes, Nasha will want me alive, won't he? He'll want reasons and justification. He'll want a villain to give to the mob. I suppose I'll be executed eventually, if just to ease the fears of the people, but it will do nothing. There is so much more to come. So little you understand. You have questions, of course, but I don't have answers. I will not give you that satisfaction, nor will I give it to the mob that awaits in Neverwinter. Your victory shall be hollow. Wow, you really are not intent on helping us figure out what's going on, are you? Nope, not even slightly. Where's the cure? Of course, the cure. Don't you worry. It is here. Not that it matters. The plague would have ended soon without my false Helmites spreading it. You may serve a few of the worst cases, I suppose, but the damage is already done. The plague has sapped the strength of the city. It did what was intended. I have the cure. When you return me to Lord Nasha, the cure will be delivered as well. No need to scramble about searching. I have no more reason to defy you now. I have other questions I need to ask. Who are your masters? We are the people of the Eye. We are the ones who follow. We are the servants of the Old Ones, and you are merely cattle. You cannot understand. What are the Old Ones? Tell me. Save your wrath. You will get no satisfaction from me. I cannot explain it to you. Does the ant understand the wagon rolling above? Does the boar understand the arrow piercing through? You cannot comprehend my masters, and I will not speak of them. Let your saber rattle. Let Nasha bring his interrogators. You will get nothing from me. Why do I get the feeling that he's saying that because he actually genuinely doesn't know? He doesn't know much about his masters. He's basically been a puppet. How big is your group? How many people of the Eye are there? We are legion, always growing in number. In the end, all who wish to survive will become as we, move with the tide or be drowned within it. You have routed out my false Helmites, but we will be replaced. Our job is finished here. Our loss will not be felt. I have other questions I need to ask. Why was Neverwinter attacked? Why did you spread the plague? Why is anything ever attacked? To weaken it and strengthen the attacker. Neverwinter is a shadow of its former glory. Glory undeserved. You will see. It was an honor to spread the great disease. It has bled you dry and now feeds your destruction. The souls of your dead will bring my masters to power. Oh my word, this voice is not the best for your throat on a morning. What? Oh, nothing. I think the old ones might have been, channeling through me or something. If you did not start the plague, who did? I will say nothing! You were a child, begging for explanations, but understanding nothing. You are doomed, and there is nothing you can do. You will see. Well, let's ask that again. And this time we'll go, explain, what you mean? What did the plague do? And he indeed will say nothing. Last question. What about Fenthic? Your trickery may damn him too. Good! Let the plague-suffering citizens call out for blood. Let them demand the harshest penalties. What do I care? Fenthic was the perfect tool, so willing to trust in the faith of another. Now he looks like a conspirator, or at the very least dangerously negligent. Tell me, sar'ken Smith, what does it do to a people when they turn on the best among them? They shall see traitors everywhere. Their spirit will weaken even further. Enough! I'm taking you back to Neverwinter right now. Don't rush on my account. I know what awaits me. My fate is sealed. There's comfort in that. It is better, I'll wager, than the uncertainty awaiting you. Now, at the end of this dialogue, we're going to go to a cutscene to chapter 2. The problem with the cutscenes in this game, as you know, is that they don't record for me. So what I'm going to do is I'll let the loading screen go for a bit, I'll break the video off, and when we come back, I will give an explanation as to the what occurred in the video between chapter 1 and 2. You're also welcome to look it up, but it's probably better than my explanation. It'll explain more than I can, but hey. Chapter 2, here we go! And now we are here in Chapter 2. The Chapter 1 end video was basically thus. The Desther is indeed killed for his crimes in spreading the plague and betraying everyone, but it did little to actually tie and close things up, and the people of Neverwinter were enraged, and they wished to find someone to blame, and they found Fenthic. The court of law found him negligent, and he was killed. It doesn't exactly state how, but to satisfy the angry mob. It is implied that the mob, that Neverwinter, in all facets, turned on Fenthic, and he was killed. And it was at that time that, because of what the plague had done to Neverwinter, that there was no room in that situation for divided loyalties, for expressing their distaste at the events, which implies that Arabeth had to remain silent about her grief, had to keep quiet. And that obviously hurt, and obviously made her angry and vengeful, which has now led us to Port Last, where our inquiries will now lead us to continue to find more of Fenthic's conspirators, of these people of the Eye, these people that work to spread the plague, and so we can get vengeance. Sharwin is not with us at this point. Neither is Crumpet. Crumpet is back. We were never going to last long without Crumpet, that's for sure. So we have now returned, once more, to the world of Neverwinter. Hello, Crumpet, and to Port Last. The second location in the game, and we're nicking this 7 gold.
Ah, sar'ken Smith, you've awoken at last. I feel privileged to finally meet you, the hero of Neverwinter here before me.
His cheerful lass stands in your room, eyeing you with an eager anticipation.
I'm getting ahead of myself. You must excuse me. I'm just so excited to meet you. Welcome to Port Last. I trust you had a safe journey from Neverwinter. My name is Lorana, and Lady Arabeth has given me the honour of greeting you upon your arrival.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Let me say again how much I look up to you. We've all heard of the heroic deeds you performed in Neverwinter, and how you saved so many lives from that terrible plague. I know you must be anxious to speak with Lady Arabeth, begin the search for the cult, she is anxious to speak with you too. You can find Lady Arabeth and her associate, Aaron Gend, never met him before yet in the game, in the next room, near the exit of this building. Please go and see her right away. I wish you well in your quest to find the source of the horrible plague. I am sure you will succeed and prove to be a hero once again. Goodbye.
Hello.
Hello again, sar'ken. If you've not spoken to Arabeth, you should. Okay. Everyone suddenly loads in, and you'll find that there are various people that we have met before. There's
Please listen. I have some very important information for you.
Is it raining in this room? It is, isn't it?
Please listen. I have some very important information for you.
Please don't cycle that. You're going to cycle that,
Please
aren't
listen.
you? Yes.
I have some very important
you
information
are.
for you.
Where is Sharwin?
Please listen. I have some very important information
There she
for
is.
you.
We'll talk to... Oh, she's coming to us.
It is good to see you here in Port Last, my friend.
Hello.
If we are to have any luck in tracking down this strange cult behind the plague, it will be with your aid, I am sure.
Okay.
I do not know how much you have been told about Lord Nash's orders. I shall help you understand whatever I can, certainly.
We could talk to Sharwin first. If you'll excuse me, Arabeth, I'm just going to go talk to my former companion. But this is critically important. Look, she's literally right there. I'm going to recruit her again into my group, and then I'll be right with you. But...
So, we meet again. The others had told me Arabeth had recruited you to find cultists. I can't say I'm surprised. You've acquired quite the reputation for yourself, haven't you?
I'm surprised to see you here, Sharwin. And why is that? Just because we went our separate ways in Neverwinter, I'm supposed to disappear off the face of Faerun? If you haven't noticed, there's a shortage of good adventurers. Lady Arabeth approached me at the Trade of Blades to hire me on Lord Nash's behalf. Just as you were, I imagine. Looks to me like Lord Nasher is pulling out all the stops to find this cult. The search in Neverwinter is immense, and we mercenaries have been sent to Port Last to join the effort with you and Arabeth. Lucky us. So you were conscripted into service by Arabeth? I've been paid good coin for my services by Lord Nasher, actually. It's another chance to acquire some fame, in my eyes, even though I've been told to merely offer assistance to you and Arabeth. For now. So, do you need any help? Do you have any information on the cult behind the Wailing Death? The cult could be practically anywhere. You may want to look at the hills in by the Green Griffin Inn. I've heard many tales of monsters raiding the roads nearby in force. Monsters? Bugbears and orcs, mostly. Apparently they were being directed by some humans, however, which would make it quite odd. At any rate, since Luskan is wrapped up in its own concerns, the countryside has become open season for banditry. These monsters, however, are more organized than normal. I could use someone at my side. It's about time you asked. I'm at your disposal, sar'ken. Yay! We have Sharwin back. Sorry about that, Arabeth. Let's get back to what we were talking about.
It is good to see you here in Port Last, my friend. If we are to have any luck in tracking down this strange cult behind the plague, it will be with your aid, I am sure.
We've already talked about this, so I'll just examine you. Arabeth looks tired, distracted, and far more guarded than she did the first time you met her.
I do not know how much you have been told about Lord Nash's orders. I shall help you understand whatever I can, certainly.
I'm more concerned about how you are holding up.
How I feel is unimportant next to the mission we have been given. Please allow me to explain what is required of us.
That's not true, Arabeth. How you feel about this is actually very important.
You know, of course, that Desther and Fenthic were associated with some manner of religious cult that was behind the Wailing Death in the city.
See, this is why we need to talk about this.
We know so little about this cult, and it would be foolish in the extreme to suppose that simply because their activities in Neverwinter have been stopped, that they have been defeated.
That would be foolish.
Lord Nasher commands that we track down the headquarters of this cult and discover their plans and stop them before another atrocity is committed.
That might not happen, but you never know. Also, you changed colour of cloak. You're not wearing the same cloak anymore.
Aaron Gend, Lord Nasher's spy master, is here in Port Last to help us do this, and has brought reports of many strange activities throughout the Northern Lands.
Fair enough.
It is possible that agents of the cult may be behind some of these activities. If so, we may be able to find them and discover where their base is located. Your aid in this will prove invaluable.
When we return, and when we come back,
we should continue to talk to Lady Arabeth and get to the bottom of how... basically, what we're up to and how this has all affected her. My money is on pretty badly. So, I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you then. You did that again, sar'ken. What, scratching my back with the sword? Yes. Well, it's more habit these days now. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. For when we come back, we shall go through these options. See you then. Later.